Hi, welcome back to Air Engine Research. It's been a few weeks or almost 2 months since I made my last video, and since then I've had to deal with coronavirus. I have been fully vaccinated, but I happen to be one of the ones that they call the breakthrough infection. I got it at the end of June, and the month of July basically was spent trying to recover. I could just imagine what a person would have gone through that had not been vaccinated. It was pretty rough what I had to deal with, but I did survive okay, and I'm back into it now. Today I'm going to just show you the parts and things that I'm working on. If you see my last couple videos about the bicycle assist air motor, then this will be a continuation of that project. The last time that I tried it and used it on the bicycle, it worked, but not very well. It was a 2-cylinder, and the RPMs that drove the bicycle wheel weren't high enough, so it was very jerky and didn't have enough power when I thought I needed it. Now this one is going to end up being a 3-cylinder, so there will be a overlap of 2 cylinders all the time, which means there won't be any jerky motion like it was with the 2-cylinder. It'll be a smooth, continuous roll instead of a jerk, 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 jerk. So I'm going to now switch, and I'll take close-up pictures of the various parts and things that I'm working on. So we'll continue in just a second. Okay, now this is the framework that I used to run the 2-cylinder, and I'm going to try to continue using that same framework with some modifications. It'll have to be a little wider, and there will be some other parts that I have to add that was not on the 2-cylinder one. So I can't really show you what those things are until I actually put them together. Now, the main diagram is this. On the left, it shows the motion of the 3 cylinders as they rotate. And in the center, it shows a round circle with 3 lobes. That will be the crankshaft. And the little house looking thing below it is supposed to be a template that I can mount these pieces on as I build that 3-cylinder crankshaft. And below is the connecting rod assembly. And then over to the right, it shows the entire makeup of the 3-cylinder engine with the 3 lobe on it. And also down at the center bottom, there is a drive wheel that will be driven by a chain drive from the crankshaft to the drive shaft of that wheel. And what you see there is a clutch assembly, so that whenever I don't want to run the engine will not be turning. Only the little wheel that rides on the bicycle wheel will turn. Now this is the crankshaft out of the 2-cylinder that I had. I'm going to use parts of it and modify it into a 3-cylinder crankshaft to save some money and some time. I think that'll work okay. This is the 2 cylinders that I had used on the 2-cylinder engine, so I have to make another cylinder with the 2 parts that are there. And naturally I have to make new push rods or pistons that go inside the cylinders. Now this is a diagram of a clutch thing that I had made earlier. It turns one way but will not go backwards. So that's how the clutch basically will work. And I'll have to modify the little 3-inch wheel that rotates on the bicycle wheel and build the clutch assembly out of these parts right here. This will have to be drilled, and I'm going to make a 4-ball clutch instead of a 6-ball that I showed you the diagram of. Save a little time and a little effort on my part, but it should work just as well. There I have the 3 cylinders made already with the parts in them that I'll be working on. These here have to be made, and they'll be mounted on top of here with a hole drilled right here, and this will be screwed into it for putting air into it. So that's basically the parts that I'm working on right now. I'm sure there will be a few other things that I have to do that I haven't really considered, but for right now I'm satisfied that I've got a few weeks worth of work to do. It takes time and effort, but hopefully when I get it done and mount it on the bicycle, I'll do another video or two to show how that worked out. But for now, there at last, when I was just finishing up, I said that I had the 3 cylinders made. Well, these are not cylinders, these are the valves. And like I said, I still have to make the piece that fits on it, mount it, and then that'll be that. So, once again, I thank you for checking in, and for any new viewers, I hope you will go back and look at some of the videos that I've already made, and they'll explain a lot more about what we've been doing and how I've been doing it, and also that I had worked on a larger version that could be put into a vehicle. It's a 6-cylinder one that I just haven't had the time or money, I guess you'd say, to go any further than what I've already done with it. If you're interested in what we're doing and you subscribe, you'll be notified anytime that I put out a new video or anything interesting happens that I let my subscribers know about. So until again, thanks again for checking in, and I'll see you soon.